2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi, everyone. We welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstars.
Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. Ewing is out there with Durant. Then it's Gilbert Arenas. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5 spot.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
And we've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world. Taking flight, Scottie Pippen going upstairs.
And so Booker will bring it up for the West. Shoots from the elbow, and the shot is good.
And no player in the league has done more to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellence on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year.
They get it back. Lays it up and banks it in.
Skillful make inside by Booker, able to find his spot for the finish.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Bird, the pass to Mr. Moves. Back to Bird. Over Booker. Bird can't hit. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, earlier I spoke with the East All-Stars head coach. Now I asked Coach about what he has in store to try and slow down Devin Booker. Now he laughed and told me they've lost sleep over how to defend him. And they mentioned how with and without the ball, Devin can hurt you. So Booker will have their total focus on defense. And Devin will have our total focus as well. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. And that one's good, Mr. Moves.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an All-Star Game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star Week. He's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Inside. And that one is hammer home.
You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we could add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roof.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Booker. Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Not a lot in the way of defense here tonight, but, you know, that's about the norm.
Yep, this game is always going to be about offense, about entertaining these fans as much as possible.
Here's Mr. Moves, defended by Booker. Pippen, the pass to Mr. Moves. Jordan in the corner. From downtown, traps in the tray. And that'll tie this game up.
Zero hesitation. Jordan showing complete confidence in his shooting ability.
For three, Booker. Rebound by the East All-Stars.
Boy, he's definitely got a shoot-first mindset right now, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, and that's not always endearing to your teammates, if you ask me. I mean, this is a game where everybody wants a piece of that spotlight. It shouldn't just be about him.
You can't send Durant to the line too often. He's always been an efficient free throw shooter.
West All-Stars shooting their first free throws of this one. And the East with some changes. Kemp comes in for O'Neal, and Irving subbed in for Pippen. Then for the West All-Stars, Butler comes in for Patrick Ewing, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Booker. Now here's Brunson. Defense is right there. Passes to Wembanyama. In the corner, it's Arenas. 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. Butler, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And they're able to recover. Back to Wembanyama. Brunson outside. Outside for Wembanyama. Here's Durant. Bird pulls it in. And so Bird will bring it up for the East All-Stars. Trailing by 2.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's West now. And here is Butler. Scoreless thus far. Brunson outside. Let's go. Here's Wembanyama. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do. Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
41 seconds left to play in the first. Kemp against Butler. To the inside, Wembanyama. Stolen by Bird. Pops it up for Jordan, and Jordan throws it down.
Well, we've got liftoff. Jordan showing off that unmatched vertical leap to go up and throw down the alley-oop. Nicely done.
Arenas with it. Lets it go from deep. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. The East All-Stars up on top. They lead by a bucket. And the second quarter will be on the way when we... Welcome back for the second quarter of the main event of All-Star Weekend.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
On the court for the West All-Stars, they've got Ewing. Durant is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Johnson, and it's Brunson in at the 1.
We're a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
The West trails by 7. The pass to Ewing. Shaq with some nice D.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And the West All-Stars have possession.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Pass to Iverson. Trying to get open is Kemp. And it's Iverson missing.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
Johnson surveying the floor. To the middle, here's Butler, and slam dunk by Butler.
Look, that's exactly what you want to see from Butler. He's at his best when he's attacking the rack.
And the East All-Stars call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Tracy McGrady's checked in for the East. Mr. Move comes in for Chris Paul. The West also making some changes. Weber, he's checked in for Durant. And it's Devin Booker in for Jalen Brunson.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Out that one, the East All-Stars lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Johnson.
And when you have this kind of size as a point guard, what a tremendous advantage. Magic can really match up with all 5 positions.
It's blocked. Booker against Iverson. Here's the teardrop. Booker, no good. The East leading by 5. Out of bounds, it'll be the West All-Stars ball.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Here's Johnson. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. On the corner, here's Weber. And finally, that one's good.
Highly efficient close to the rim is Chris Weber. I mean, he's got a really nice, solid, creative post game.
A kick out to O'Neal. Mr. Moves passes to Iverson. O'Neal trying to break free. Iverson gets the bucket. Iverson's got 7 points for the quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Johnson outside. And the foul called on Mr. Moves. That is his first foul of the game. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the East. Zach LaVine's checked in for the West. Some nice passing here by the West. 6 to shoot. It's Ewing high post. Good, and Weber gets the assist.
How about the muscle inside from Ewing? Easily getting to wherever he wants to on that low block.
Mr. Moves passes to Iverson. Misses in close. The West trails by 3. Booker, right side. And they recover it. Johnson outside. LaVine for 3. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for the East. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Mr. Moves passes to McGrady, and he stuffs him. What a pass to set him up.
McGrady has an impressive vertical there, showing once again with how well he dunks the basketball.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
Give him a hand, man.
And the East All-Stars with some changes. Larry Bird's checked in for Shaq. And Michael Jordan subbed in for Allen Iverson. And West also making a switch. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Patrick Ewing. Bucket! Devin for 3.
Textbook mechanics make it look like it's going in every time. Booker, unreal.
Here's Mr. Moves, and he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. See some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
To the paint. Oh! Booker with the bounce.
And getting physical with his play. Booker just attacking the hoop.
Bird. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Weber.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Here's Bird. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Bird's got his first 2 points of the night. The West trails by 4. There's 53 seconds left now here in the second. Jordan with the rebound. And here is the East now. That one goes in, and the East leads by 6.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Down low, Victor Wembanyama.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
On the wing, Bird. Here's Mr. Moves. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Mr. Move.
It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama. The East All-Stars shooting their first free throws of the night right here. And some changes here for the West All-Stars. Durant comes in for Weber, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Devin Booker.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Here's Mr. Moves. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
The West trails by 8. Now Johnson. Pass to Levine. Shoots. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. East All-Stars ahead as they end the second quarter on a 12-4 run. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, you will not find an empty seat here tonight. Welcome to our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet, Shaquille O'Neal. You looking for an empty seat?
Yeah,
you're sitting
it's
in.
only 3 of us.
Right, and the seats are all full.
Okay. Oh, you meant in the arena.
Ah, that's what I'm talking about. Well, a great game so far, guys, but it appeared to be the East All-Stars who were having the most fun out there. And they're sitting on a nice advantage heading into the second half. The West may buckle down and get a little more serious as they try to cut into that lead after halftime.
Well, and coming to this game, you know, it's a show. So much talent out there on both sides, I may add. The East is bringing so far looking real strong.
And all of these guys have a huge competitive skill. Loving to face off against guys as good as them. And that's not always the case every day. In the real game, on the regular season, most of these guys are the best or the second best players on the floor.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And it's time to strap in as we get set to bring you the explosive action of the second half of the All-Star game.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
Pippen is out there with Shaquille O'Neal. And it's Bird. And there's Mr. Moves. And it's Jordan in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. KD looking around. It's Wembanyama at the elbow. Inside. Here's Arenas. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And he's got all the moves. Arenas not afraid to get inside.
Out to Bird. This one for 3. West All-Stars with the rebound. Wembanyama's got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the inside, Arenas. It's deflected. It's out of bounds. Last touch by O'Neal. Booker, he's checked in for Magic Johnson.
Substitution on the court.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Durant, the pass to Arenas. Comes up empty down low.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Outside Durant, passes it to Booker. Fires away from way outside. Offensive rebound.
A huge part of Wembanyama's game, his ability to just devour the glass on both ends.
Now a timeout called by the East. And the East All-Stars making a change here. Cunningham's checked in.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget. Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Cunningham for three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Cunningham's got his first 3 points of the game. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
Both good from the line that time.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Cunningham passes to Mr. Moves. Back to Cunningham. There's the pass to Mr. Moves. Here's Bird. Here's Mr. Moves. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. The East All-Stars shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. The first free throw is good. Good on both. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
Good ball movement here by the East. Cunningham for three. And another miss by the East. And Katie's got the ball here for the West All-Stars. Here's Wembanyama. Wembanyama getting it done inside.
So fluid off the bounce. Wembanyama.
And Shaq with the slam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
In the corner, it's Arenas. Off target from three-point range.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Here's Mr. Moves from deep, Jordan. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. To the middle, here's Booker. And Shaq pulls it down. O'Neal's got his fifth rebound in this one. Here's Mr. Moves. Cunningham for three. And the foul called on Michael Jordan. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the East with some changes. Kemp's checked in for Bird. Irving comes in for Jordan. And Paul subbed in for Mr. Moves. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for the West. Butler comes in for Ewing.
And two teammates there hooking up on that bucket. Always a little bit of an advantage to have guys out there who know each other.
It sure is. I mean, it eliminates some of that getting to know you feeling out period.
Catching up on the changes for the East. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Shaq. And Allen Iverson is subbed in for Cunningham. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Kidd comes in for Gilbert Arenas. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Devin Booker. 1:37 left to play in the third.
Get there.
Iverson outside. Lobs it up for Jordan. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Boy, Jordan is an alley-oop specialist. A big target with strength and bounce.
The West trails by 8. Brunson outside. Over Paul. The West again cannot hit. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved. A full team effort.
Iverson kicks to Jordan. Rebound by Butler.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Paul against Brunson. Over Paul. The West again cannot hit. For 3. Good. And it's Iverson who picks up the assist. Iverson's got 3 assists in the game.
We talk so much about the passing of Paul, but CP reminding us here, he can shoot it too, guys.
And it's Butler missing.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Brunson scanning the floor. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And here is Kidd. Count that one.
Jason Kidd.
Here's Jordan. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the East All-Stars up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Well, we're back on a night that's always a highlight of any NBA season. We're live from the All-Star Game.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
On the court for the West All-Stars, getting the fourth quarter going. Booker out there with Arenas. And it's Durant. Then there's Ewing. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5.
Bird throwing it down. He doesn't do that a lot. He showed you right there. He can do it when he needs to.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
The West trails by 14. Knocks it loose and stolen by Iverson. Lobbed up there for O'Neal. Here's the lob to the hoop. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Arenas, a wizard with the rock.
The East leading by 12. Good ball movement here by the East. Back to Iverson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Levine's checked in. And Ewing has got the ball here for the West All-Stars. Timeout called here by the West. They're going to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Mr. Move checked in for ball.
Dance team.
Wembanyama finds Levine. Knocked away. Stolen by Bird. Pass to Mr. Move. For three, Pippen. And he's good on the three ball. And the East leads by 15. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the East All-Stars.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Offensive rebound, second chance effort, and Arenas with the nice inside bucket. Arenas has got 4 points this quarter.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Here's Mr. Moves, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Booker the pass to Arenas. Passes it to Levine. Over Pippen. They grab their own miss. Wembanyama. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge.
Yeah, they certainly have been. You'd like to knock down that first one, but if you don't, then the second shot is the next best thing.
Mr. Moves passes to Iverson. Over Arenas. Iverson, no good.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor. A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. To the paint, here's Mr. Moves. Stolen by Levine. Kicks to Arenas. The West again cannot hit.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
And the first one at the line is good. All checked in for the East. And West also making a switch. Butler's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. The West trails by 15. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now.
And a monster game for Wemby. With the matchup issues he creates, I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
To the inside. And that one's good. Mr. Moves. Mr. Moves got 10 points in just the second half. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. You have to like what we've been seeing from Mr. Moves.
You know, that defense is helpless right now. I mean, he's got their number, and he knows it.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game, Mr. Moves.
You know, honestly, I'm a bit in shock. I mean, he couldn't miss. Just look at this stat line. You've got to really see it to believe it. Complete confidence and all-out effort from him. And, you know, he made sure this was his night in spades.
And the tradition and honor of just being invited to play here, let alone receiving honors of All-Star Game MVP. Just tremendous. In fact, one could argue we had a couple great candidates here, but he deserved it.
2 minutes.
Ewing outside. Here's Wembanyama. fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
1:53 left to play in the final quarter. To the middle, here's Cunningham. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
And this is the beauty of Cunningham. He can score from anywhere on the floor. That length, obviously, a huge advantage.
Arenas dishes to Ewing, and it's sent back by O'Neal. Paul against Booker. Count that one.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Count it.
And showing off a little with the handles there. Man, is Booker fun to watch.
They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
1:11 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now the pass to O'Neal. Shot clock at 6. That's a 2 from Cunningham. Arenas with the defensive effort. And so Booker will bring it up for the West. Here's Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
O'Neal kicks to Paul. Good ball movement here by the East. Launches from deep. They get the rebound. And O'Neal is right there.
Because Shaquille O'Neal is so big and so athletic and so relentless, it's really hard to keep him off the glass.
Outside Arenas. East grabs the miss. Paul outside. Back to Cunningham. So it's the East All-Stars winning this one easily.
And guys, while the result and the bragging rights go to the East, this was truly a night that belonged to the fans. I mean, it was another great showcase of the world-class talent across the NBA.
It seems to get better and better every year, doesn't it, Greg? Huh? So fun to watch. It was certainly a fun evening. We thank all of you for joining us and watching with us. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you again next time